My name is Roanna Tella. I am a visual artist living and working in Lagos, Nigeria. I finished from University of Lagos, where I studied painting in 2019, and I have been practicing professionally since then. My work largely borders on various emotional states with a core focus on how I deal with recurring overwhelming emotions. So it's like a documentative process for me. I remember just practicing with really small oil tubes in 2017 in my year one, and I just started with portraits and busts or just heads, and I just went on with it. The turning point in my career so far has been the embroidery that I recently started working with. So I quite did not know how I was going to go execute the series, but I knew that I had a short prose that I wanted the series to go out with to the audience, but I don't know how to put it into the work. So Tony suggested textile, and then I started researching. I started looking to embroidery, and initially I wanted to try my hands on tapestry, but I can't get a loom and all of that. So I just decided to experiment with embroidery and sewing around the borders of the work, and that's how the whole thing started out. So my creative process is it's not spontaneous, unfortunately. I might be doing something else and I'll get an idea, and then I have to make a recording or just write it down in my notes app, and then I can also bring in other ideas when I remember by going back to the vision board I already created. So it just helps, it guides me through the whole creating process. My artistic style is figurative, first of all. I mean, I've had people say, okay, they see abstraction in it, but I don't see abstraction in it. So it's largely figurative and stylized. Although, after creating those portraits in mainly browns and those early portraits, I started looking at abstraction. And the thing with abstraction is if your conceptualization is not so strong, it kind of doesn't really hold weight. So I had to try other things and go back to portraits and color theory, and just start with the basics before branching out and exploring other things. The three words that come to mind when I hear the title of this exhibition, I am and nothing else, are rest, resistance, and self. Some of the themes that I portray in my work are managing healthy coping mechanisms and mental resilience, and trying to document one's process from what I have read about the way African women were treated in previous years. They did not respect or rate African women then, so it's just really sad. So I think that's also where resistance comes in, and the part saying no, or I can't do what you're saying you want me to do just because you want me to do it. So resistance. My works speak to the theme as a suggestion to whoever encounters the work to rest, not only when your body is telling you to rest, because by then it's too late, and to also see resting and dreams as a way to exercise freedom and create your reality, an alternate reality where one is at peace and one can control, even though they might not have full control over what's happening at that particular time. Art has a lot of role to play in shaping and changing the narrative of African women in different ways. It can be as a documentative process, history and education for generations to come. So it can do a lot of things as far as the main context is about African women and how they're navigating current times. The most challenging part of creating these works is the embroidery. So with the embroidery, the kind of thread that I'm using is, it kind of unravels if you don't put it through the eye of the needle well. Basically, if I'm not really careful and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm going to have to cut it and start over again. And the thing with starting over again is it already creates holes in the canvas, and the holes are quite large because the needle is large, because the thread is large. I just try to pay attention to what I'm doing, and I just try to calm down and finish a letter or a word or a whole bar, and before I move on to the next thing. The easiest part has been choosing colors, honestly. Yes, that has been the easiest part, and I think also coming up with the idea and choosing what image or what gesture or pose I want on the figure. I'm revisiting my first favorite colors, which are blue, like family of blue, cerulean, ultramarine, purple, and lilac, all of that, and like a bit of mint and teal. My first favorite color was ultramarine. That's like when I started painting in 2017, because it has this I don't know what it is about the color, but it looks like midnight blue and it just looks very attractive. And the way I explored blues and ceruleans, then I explored it from a melancholic point of view. So now for this series, I'm trying to, or I will be exploring it in a calm and peaceful way, in a serene way. So it's not like the mood will be sad. It's going to be a very calming blue or calming choice of blues and greens, and yeah. When viewers encounter my works, I want them to first and foremost see rest as an important activity and not something, not like a reward or anything like that, and also like an opportunity to be free in the alternate reality that everyone can create in their mind, and also kind of will themselves to remember their dreams. If I could affect change in any area or era of art history, I think that would be recognition for Black artists, because I read somewhere, or there was a time where certain museums were not accepting or recognizing works made by Black artists.